Obsessed with Emma Louise.
Hi guys, I hope you're all okay. This is Emma, it's Crime Stories Obsessed, and we're going to be talking today about Summer Wells. So, updates in the case. As you know, Summer went missing in 2021. She's never been found, and as far as I'm concerned, kids don't just vanish. So, according to her family, she vanished apparently after getting home at their residence up on the hill, 110 Ben Hill Road in the middle of nowhere, and she just poof, disappeared into thin air. I don't agree that happened. We all have our opinions. I'd say quite a lot of people still think Summer's alive, but me, my opinion, personally, and we're all entitled to them, is that this is now a recovery mission. Unless somebody kidnapped her, but they would have had to have known her to kidnap her, because nobody just drives past 110 Ben Hill Road and sees a child hanging around. It's spit out of the way. So I kind of figure now that this is probably a recovery mission. I don't think she's still alive. And if you think otherwise, that's perfectly fine too, because we all have our opinions. But what I've been doing is I never believed for 1 minute that Summer vanished from her home up at 110 Ben Hill Road. I always thought that something happened somewhere down in Kingsport, somewhere where they were that day. So I've concentrated on that area. Now, as you know, I live in the UK. I don't live over there, so it's very difficult for me to do any searching. And it would be very expensive for me to jump on a plane to go over there. And how much land I'd be able to cover in 2 weeks probably isn't a lot. But you know, I don't want to just be another YouTuber that turns up in Rogersville. You know what I mean? I just don't want to do that. So what I have been doing is I've been using Google Earth. Now, yeah, okay, I've had various comments on Google Earth, but what we all have to remember about Google Earth is, yes, the images, we don't always know when they're from. But sometimes on the screen, it will actually tell you when they're from. Sometimes it will say 2024 image, which is what I've been looking at recently when I've been searching for Elijah View over in Wisconsin. I've been concentrating only on the 2024 images. What I decided to do was have a little look a bit around Kingsport area. Not in the busy suburbs, not in the places where there's lots of houses, places where you could hide someone, hide a body. And it's horrible to even think that. It's horrible to even say it, you know. But trying to think outside the box, if it is a recovery mission, which I think it is, we need to be thinking about places where you could hide someone. On land, trees, wasteland, forests, anywhere, lakes, rivers, anywhere like that, okay? And so I decided to forget about the 2024 images, but try and concentrate on images further back. Now, the furthest image I think I've seen on Google Maps is a 2020 image, and some of them are even further back. But usually the 2020 images onwards, okay? So I'm looking down all these different areas on Google Maps, okay? I'm looking on ground. I'm looking in trees. I'm looking everywhere. And as you can see, it's quite clear that you can see the ground in a lot of these areas. And so I've been concentrating on these lands, on these wastelands, under the trees, anywhere where you could hide someone and nobody would find them. I've also been looking at ponds and rivers, and there are some rivers that I've been interested in. And today I was looking at a particular river, and at the minute, and I'll tell you why later, I'm not going to mention the name of it, okay? So I'm looking at this river and I'm going up and down this river, and there's nothing going on. I mean, there's some trees over the top, there's nothing too exciting going on in this river. And you get a bit further down. So I come across this and I'm like, okay, So it stops me in my tracks. I'm thinking to myself, what is that? What is that image I'm looking at right now? It, to me, and you can see what you want to see, can't you, I guess? But to me, I'm seeing like a head. I'm seeing like some kind of peachy pink top, possibly bottoms. I'm not sure. It looks like somebody's sat in the fetal position. It looks like I can see the skin on the hand colour, you know, the colour of the hands. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. So it stops in my tracks. So I put a point on it and I'm trying to find out the date. And I cannot find the bloody date on this image, which would be highly useful right now. And I'm sure the TBI could possibly get the coordinates. If they put in a request, I'm sure they could. I decided, first of all, to send it to my friend at Evil Exists. And I asked her what she thought of it. I asked her to look at it, and the first message I got back was basically told me word for word in this voice message what I had seen myself. So I'm thinking, well, maybe I'm not crazy. So I decided to put it on my community post on YouTube. And there were people saying, well, I can't really see anything, but there was an awful lot of people that were seeing what I was seeing and what Evil Exists was seeing. And we were like, okay, this could be something important. So I tagged Ryan Finds Truth in the post. I also sent the photo and information with the coordinates, the map coordinates to the TBI tip line, although they've not got back to me and I don't know whether they will. I also tagged Ryan Finds Truth because he's been out looking for summer. He's got diving equipment. I think he scuba dives, I'm not sure. Snorkels, does all that. I've seen he's got all the gear. If you watch his channel, it's called Ryan Finds Truth. And he's literally looking for summer wells all the time, searching land, searching, you know, outbuildings. He's in rivers. He has underwater cameras. So he puts the camera under the water. You can actually see what's under there. So that is really cool. So anyway, he took a look at this image, and I mean, I've not spoken to the guy, so I don't actually know what he really thinks of it. But it was obviously important enough for him to comment back saying that he was going to go there as soon as possible and check this out. So that was great, and I was very appreciative of that. So this is great, you know, people are going to check this out. I've given the map coordinates, so whoever goes, it would be brilliant if they actually go to the exact place that I found this image. I don't know when this image was from. It could have been from 2021. Having said that, if it was from a 2021 image and it is summer, anybody that's going to look now will not find a person in that river. I think we all know that after 3 years of being in a river, you're going to be bones at that point, aren't you? Horrible to even think about. So anybody that's going to look, they're not going to be finding a body. They're going to be finding bones. So I thought it would be brilliant if Ryan did go, because he would be able to go underwater with the camera. You know, he knows not to touch anything if he finds anything important, but he will be able to go underwater with the camera. He'll be able to see exactly where the coordinates are, if there's any bones or anything there, which is brilliant. Now, the other thing I need to mention is, I don't know if you've seen on YouTube, but there are 2 women missing also in the Kingsport area. Layla Santinello, who I think Bullhorn Betty has covered extensively on her channel. This girl has still not been found from the Kingsport area. And also there's another girl, I can't remember her surname, but she's called Holly. She's also missing in the area. She's not been found. So if this image happened to be, for instance, a 2023 or 2024 image, and that is say a female, for instance, that could actually be one of the missing girls. So really, whether it's a 2021 image, whether it's a 2023 or 2024 image, it's definitely worth being looked into, because whether it's bones or whether it is actually one of these missing girls, whether it's nothing, it's definitely worth being looked at. Now, you may be looking at this photo right now and saying, I can't see anything. What are they actually looking at? That's fine. some of us wear glasses, some of us don't. Some of us see things that we want to see. Some of us can't see anything. Some of us just look at it and it's a blurred vision. Some of us see detail. Like, we all see different things, and that's absolutely fine. But to me, it needed looking into. Evil Exists thought it was something that needed looking into. Andra's taking it seriously. She's going, I think, in a week. Ryan finds truth. He's interested in going and checking this out. So obviously it's not just my imagination. It definitely needs looking into. Now, why I'm not giving this location out currently, and I did have it out on the channel, so anybody that clipped it earlier on will have this information, but currently it's been removed from my community page because at the minute, until the TBI or Ryan goes down there and checks this area out, I've been asked to remove the post with the coordinates and everything. And as soon as any information comes on, if Ryan makes a video on it, if Ryan goes and he lets me know what's gone on, if the TBI get in touch with me, any updates about this photo and what I captured, whether it be Layla or whether it be Holly or whether it be nothing, I will be making another video and letting you know. So as soon as I know anything, I will be letting you know. But it would just be so nice if, you know, we could bring Summer home in any fashion, you know, whether she's alive or whether she's not, and we bring closure to this case so that people can just rest. She can be put to rest properly so that her family knows where she is, anybody who doesn't know what happened to her. It just would be lovely that if this year we got some truth. So yeah, that's the video, that's the situation, that's what's happening currently, that's the updates in this case. It hasn't been many new updates. The mum and dad have been very quiet for some time now. As far as I'm aware, Don's changed his telephone number. They're not really speaking much. I still think one or both of them are involved, and I still think that something happened that day, whether they were down by the river or whether it happened at home and they took her down to Kingsport and something, she's been, you know, put somewhere. But I honestly think we should be looking more at the Kingsport area. Any updates, guys, any updates, I'll be sure to let you know. Keep an eye out. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, and then you will get a notification if another video drops. And guys, take care, and I'll be back with you again soon. Okay? All right, guys, take care. Bye.